Oh hi, welcome to the Slice of Life. This video will be a little different than the ones I've did before. This is technically gonna be a giveaway video. I've checked my inbox and tried to clear some of the junk mail from that and learned that I still had a few games that I hadn't redeemed. Some of which were duplicates, some of which I'm not really interested in, so I'm gonna give away one of those things in this video. I might actually do a giveaway for the rest of the year. Yep. And so yeah, the way it works is leave a comment based on what I'm gonna talk about, and I pick what I like, I guess. You also need to be a subscriber, of course. But what else? So yeah, I finally got to watch Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen biopic. Uh, um, I don't know what to say. It was awesome. One of the things that I kind of wanted to happen but didn't was that someone or at least everyone in the theater would sing along to the music, being with Bohemian Rhapsody being such a head bopping experience. Um, Apparently there were some theaters that had people singing, some people dancing. My friend stateside had the entire theater dance and sing to the movie. Me expressing my dismay for that particular fact actually opened up a conversation of cinema etiquette, because some people think that it's disrespectful to the people watching for people to do that. I get their point, but um, you when you watch the movie, it's a celebrate. Not it's not only telling the history of the band. Sort of, we'll get into that later, but it's also a celebration of the band and the music they made. The last bit of it was actually showing you the number of people who sang along with them in during their concert. So it kept it. I feel like the movie kept begging you to sing along with it. Uh, if you watch the trailer, one of the things that Brian May, the guitarist, was really pushing forward is that for a song that the audience could participate in, which ended up with the "We Will Rock You" the thing and all that. So I don't know, mixed signals there, but people say that dancing and singing does have a point, but you need to understand that we come from a culture of people who sing a lot. People who, even when they know you can't sing well, they still encourage you to sing. So, I don't know. What do you think is singing in the theater? If you watch Queen, would you rather have the people just sit and watch, or would you want the entire cinema to sing along? Because my feeling is that if it was a cinema experience where everyone sang along to it, it would have been a hell of a moment. It's similar to how I like watching horror movies in cinemas, because alone I get scared, I get frightened, or I don't if it's not scary enough, I get bored. So when I'm in a theater, with especially with if I bring friends, friends I know that are not really into horror and they jump easy, they scare easy, they scream easy, I get involved. So that's my thing. So what's yours? Another thing is the Pokemon Detective Pikachu trailer came out. I thought they were lying or joking when they said they were gonna make a movie. Because Detective Pikachu, if you don't know, is a point and click adventure game. The first trailer of the game came out, and I thought it was so cute, like Pikachu with a hat, and then apparently it was talking, and then for some reason the internet, and I agreed, and I actually wanted it to happen as well. The internet wanted the English voice actor for Detective Pikachu in the game to be Danny DeVito. I saw some clips where people just inserted lines, Danny DeVito lines into the trailer, and it was amazing. But apparently they ended with Ryan Reynolds, and he is also the one in the movie. And speaking of the, you know what? Let's just watch the trailer together. Wait. Where is that? Here we go.
Welcome to Rhyme City, a celebration of the harmony between humans and Pokemon.
Tim, your dad was a legend in this precinct. If you were anything like your dad,
Ken Watanabe!
I remember. You wanted to be a Pokemon trainer when you were young.
Yeah, that didn't really work out. Someone there? Whoever you are, I know how to use this.
Oh, jeez.
Pikachu!
I know.
See the hat?
Can't understand me. But put down the stapler, or I will electrocute you.
Did you just talk?
Whoa. Did you just understand me?
Oh my God! You can understand me. Stop. I've been so lonely.
They try to talk to me all the time. All they hear is Pika Pika.
You can hear him, right?
Pika Pika!
Pika Pika!
Pika Pika, he's adorable.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
Can no one else hear him? I don't need a Pokemon, period.
Then what about a world-class detective? Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet.
We're gonna do this. You and me.
Jigglypuff!
There's magic that brought us together, and that magic is called hope.
Listen up. We got ways to make you talk. Or mime.
Yeah.
So tell us what we want to know. Pipe. Yes. Okay. I can. Shoving. Pushing. My problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.
He's saying you can shove it.
What? I can shove it? Okay, that's it. No, we're switching roles. I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
No, we're not cops.
In my head, I saw that differently.
So that's Detective Pikachu. There's so much I want to talk about regarding the trailer. So yeah. The first thing I want to address is the one thing that was off-putting for me in the beginning is the setting. So it's I forgot the name. Something City. It's in an approximation of United States, so culture whitewashing should not be an issue. But anyway, the cast is diverse, but the setting, it feels there's a lot of neon in it, and I didn't understand why it was like that in the beginning. But after repeat viewing, then after actually sleeping on it, I think it makes sense because it's a detective movie. It's a noir movie in a sense, or at least it's what I think it is. I think it's a noir movie, and with some we're gonna go with sci-fi, not fantasy. Well, with science fiction and fantasy elements in it, and then the only noir with sci-fi that comes to mind is Blade Runner. So I immediately got Blade Runner vibes from watching the trailer, just because of how the set looked, and I didn't understand why it was like that in the beginning. So I guess it's because it's gonna be a detective movie, which is great. We haven't had any Well, outside the Sherlock Holmes bit, we haven't had any great detective movies in a while, so yeah. Another thing is that I liked how you know how PETA always talks about um Pokemon as glorified dogfights, and it's the one thing that people throw against Pokemon, and I, to see a Pokemon battle in a cage match that actually looks like an illegal cockfight or illegal dogfight. Um, I'm not sure if it's good, but I kind of like that they addressed that in some way. I like the Greninjas in there. There were a lot. They're probably gonna be evil because they're ninjas, but I do love them. The Greninja was my Pokemon and the Pokemon X and Y. So any representation of that is awesome. I know my friend Dutzy will love the amount of Bulbasaur in that trailer. Bulbasaur's his baby. And what else? Psyduck was there. Jigglypuff was there, and she had the pet. You know. Oh wait, this thing. So, for those of you who don't know, and I don't know uh, who does it, but back in the day, I think Jigglypuff was known for writing on people's faces. The reason why she did that was that she got mad every time someone would fall asleep while she was performing. But the thing is, her move, her lullaby her sing is actually a move that puts people to sleep. So every time she sings, people sleep, and she gets pissed. She does the face, which you saw, and she draws on people's faces. So my guess is, in that scene, that one scene right there, she was actually drawing on that person's face. Um. So another interesting thing is that in all Pokemon media, all the games at least, I'm not sure with the movies or the anime. I haven't followed that in a while, in years actually, more like a decade. Um, we haven't seen that side of things where so we're always the person who wants to be the very best. So it's interesting to see a protagonist in a Pokemon thing where he doesn't want to have a Pokemon. If I remember correctly, it sounded like he was a wash up trainer. He moved into what seemed to be a call center agent. Whoops. So yeah. What else? That little bit at the end where the ground was rising up indicates that there might be a legendary in the movie. And I think that in itself is worth the price of admission for a lot of people. What else? There's a girl. I don't know her name, but uh, because of the side deck, I think she's Misty. I don't do research on movies beforehand. I rarely do. But I did find out on my feed that the person who did the uh realistic Pokemon drawings. I just looked to Google his name. I think his RJ Palmer goes by at AR Vallis at Twitter. Um, the guy who did those really weird Pokemon drawings, which I'm gonna put up right now. Actually, did part of the model design for the movie, so it's it's a good sign that they pick people about um passionate about the Pokemon into it, and then the screenwriter or the writer, forgot which one's which, is the same person who screenwrote Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is shaping up to be outside the outside the Phoenix, right? I guess movies, this is shaping up to be the best video game movie ever. And to be fair, that's not a high bar, but it's exciting to have something from a video game translate well into a movie for finally. And it's awesome that it's gonna be Pokemon, which is accessible to a lot of people, especially since Pokemon Go blew up a couple years back. It got people who's not into Pokemon at all into it because of how big of a phenomenon it is. It was actually still is. I still see people playing it. Anyway, what else? Oh yeah. They also released the Toy Story 4 teaser trailer. I'm not interested in that at all. At least now, at least right now. Because Toy Story 3 felt like a great bookend to the entire franchise. I know no one who didn't cry at the end, but um, why why make another one outside money reasons? But whatever. They're saying that this one's supposed to be the end of the entire franchise, but you know what makes them money? They're gonna do it again, most likely. Yeah. On sadder news, Stanley died at the age of 95. Um, I'm not gonna be that person who said that he was a big part of my childhood. He wasn't, but I did enjoy everything that he created, almost everything that he created. Spider-Man was a great watch when I was a kid. I did love the Spider-Man movies. Um, what else? I have grown to enjoy the cameos and even look for them in the Marvel movies. And um, he was Stanley built, honestly, single-handedly built the superhero culture we have today, and the mainstream superhero culture to be said, because back in the 70s or whatever era that was, he was the one pushing Marvel properties into the hands of studios. He did the Marvel Super Friends, the Spider-Man animated cartoons, the weird one and the good one in the 90s. The first big live action thing he did was the Hulk with Lou Ferrigno, and I think that would be his first actual live action um cameo in that the Hulk series. Speaking of cameos, the first time I've ever noticed him in a movie was in Spider-Man 2, the one, or Spider-Man 1. I don't remember. I can't recall which one is it, but it was the one where he stopped Peter Parker from crossing the street and almost because there was a bus that was passing. That was the first time I noticed Stanley in a movie. Before that, I heard of him by name. I didn't know his face. I knew his voice. That's because the first time I've ever was exposed to anything Stanley related as a persona was when I was playing the Spider-Man game on PS1, and he is apparently the narrator in that. And then it was in the middle of the night. I was sneaking a play session on the PlayStation, and then my uncle walked out and saw me playing. He didn't scold me or anything, but he said, "Hey, that's Stanley." I said, "Yes, Spider-Man." I actually thought I was talking about Daredevil because Daredevil entered the scene, but I later found out who Stanley was, and So he's gone. We're not gonna see any more cameos. He did film 3 more. He already filmed his Captain Marvel, which is currently in post production. He already filmed his Avengers Annihilation cameo. He also filmed the Spider-Man Far From Home cameo. So yeah. Okay, so Pokemon related comment topic. I'm sorry that I skipped that, by the way. So Pokemon related comment topic would be do you think Pokemon the Detective Pikachu movie is gonna be awesome, and why? And then the Stanley would be, what's your favorite Stanley a cameo? So that's 3 topics. Do you think singing in the theater for Bohemian Rhapsody is disrespectful or not? Um, do you think Pokemon the movie, the Detective Pikachu movie, is gonna be the best video game movie ever? And what's your favorite Stanley cameo? So that's it. Please have a great day. Bye.